Popper.
Yes.
Poppers. Jalapeno.
Jalapeno.
Yes.
Jalapeno.
Jalapeno.
What is it? Raspberry something. Sauce.
Like the raspberry jalapeno sauce, I think it is. So, Ethan, happy birthday,
Hello.
man.
Thank you.
Oh yes.
Yeah, happy belated
Thank you.
birthday. How old are
Very
you now?
belated.
45?
I am 52.
52.
Dyslexic.
Yeah. I'm 82.
Yeah, 82 and 52 are hanging out together. Yeah, no, it's weird that it's already been a week, but here I am. Would have been here last week, but I couldn't. So I like legit is
So, any good birthday stories?
So, okay. You asked me about this before,
Yeah.
and so I really thought about it. So we have the ones we're not gonna name names. It's like one of the memorable birthdays where the two of us went with another two group of friends. We're gonna call them Ricky and Bubbles.
Ricky and
And
Bubbles.
yeah, Ricky and Bubbles. And so Ricky and Bubbles, we all set a set time of like a 6 o'clock. Like, hey, let's all get together at 6 o'clock. And I was like, I knew the three of us were on the same page because you guys picked me up
Yeah.
so I could drink. And so we all agreed on it. And we got to the mall where we were doing we were doing escape rooms, and we were gonna get a few drinks beforehand so we could do them totally shit faced. That was the goal. And so we got there, and Bubbles was very upset that we were late because they decided to show up at 2 o'clock, 4 hours before the already agreed time. And Bubbles and Ricky have already agreed to the 6 o'clock time, and then they got mad at us.
I hear
for
beeping.
for being late.
There she
Away,
goes.
Keela. Get out of here.
Yeah.
And so yeah, no, there's that one. And then so everybody has a Sweet 16.
You're wearing
Well, at least
your hoodie, dude.
I
Sorry.
am. Also, I needed to be known. I need to apologize.
What?
I have a big fucking head, and when I went to go put it on, the neck ripped.
Oh, but I bet it's more comfy.
It is. It's a lot.
You
it's a lot
ripped
more
it.
freeing.
Oh my
Yeah, no.
goodness.
As I was trying to put it on, like last night in the car, I just heard it go. I was like,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's so, but I'm like, that fixes the issue.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna go grab mine. You keep talking. You're just gonna be talking alone.
That's fine.
Okay.
They won't know. I won't know any different. So, hey, everybody, it's me, your boy. Hopefully, James will cut this part. But if you won't, I just want you guys know I love you. Anyway, so, you do anything fun at school today? Very nice. What was lunch? Pork chops. I like pork chops. Very good. So, any viewers in the chat out there? They're gone. They really did just leave me.
Look at it.
Oh, you guys came at the same time.
It actually looks really good. Like
3 more minutes and I have to go back down.
It does look really good. I got fuzzies. But yeah, no, I have a, but like the way it ripped too, it like stopped right before the tip.
Oh yeah.
Of the M.
So it
So I'm
ripped
like,
perfectly.
it ripped like legit because the way I like had it, like I was like trying to put it on, so it was like probably like right where my fucking forehead is, and it's so bulbous. I have such a big forehead; it just all the way down.
That's why we gotta keep you in check, dude. You suck.
Yeah. So I just want you guys to know when you watch the stream back, I asked how they were doing, what they had for lunch. You know, it felt like a really weird, awkward Dora episode, but it's fine.
Can you find the rip?
Can you find
Where
the
is it?
Where's the pug? Can you say pug?
How do we
Anyway,
spell pug?
F A.
Lilibitch? Right.
That's right. No, learn to spell on Mid Morning Munchies. But no. So my other birthday. So everybody has like a good Sweet 16. I
Hmm.
think. I feel like it's not just a girl thing. I feel like dudes kind of do something for Sweet 16s.
I
Like
didn't
I
do
think that's
anything
the
for
Kinda.
Sweet 16.
well, like that's the stigma. That's like, oh, it's 16, but it's Sweet 16. What the fuck? Why? Anyway,
It's legal. Oh,
it's
right.
like
That's
oh,
the that's the idea, I guess. That's the only thing I can imagine, right?
it's for the like I would make sense for like a Sweet 17 because 17 you can at least get into R-rated movies, buy them for mature games.
Hmm.
You're 1 year closer to 18, which is a legal adult.
I mean, 16 you can smoke, right?
No, 21.
Well, 21 to buy. I think it might be 18 now to smoke. Like, you could legally have cigarettes. When the buying age was 18, I think it was 16.
I thought it
Because
was all 21. If you're not 21,
no,
you're
When
out.
I lived in California, it was definitely, I think, 18 to buy.
They
I don't.
just changed it to 21 like in the last
it's
like
been
few
21 for a
years.
little bit, yeah.
Okay.
But I demanded that because my brother had his 17th birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese. So I was like, I am going to be original. And Sweet 16, we're going to go to Chuck E. Cheese. And so
Oh,
let me tell you, that was a good one.
oh,
Oh, she's gone. She is left. But yeah, no, Chuck E. Cheese was great because it was all like children, like the children's games, so they were a little, I think, set on easier difficulties than like compared to, like a jackpot at Dave and Buster's.
mm-hmm.
And so I remember just like walking out with a shit ton of tickets, like literally covering my body, going to like the counter table, like the counter station, and just like feeding the machine with all of it, and just
Okay,
like I bought everybody Shutter Shades, and I got myself a Chuck E. Cheese medallion.
okay.
And that was it. And I got a picture with Chucky. So for those who are going to watch this later, I could probably send a picture to James, and he can throw it up on the screen somewhere. Look at that.
Probably.
I'm talking to future James right now.
Maybe. We'll see if I feel like editing.
That's that's fair. Uh, but yeah, no. What about you? Enough about me, please. Do you have any fun birthday?
We'll do that on my birthday, dude.
Oh wow, you can't.
Yeah. No,
What
I
a
can't do it. What are you
tease.
talking about? I gotta save it. It's
Oh
content,
man, look at that little content farm.
right?
Now,
Edition. What's up?
the fact that Keeley just left that candle burning, I mean, it's probably not gonna do anything. It
Yeah,
just
who
stresses
cares?
me out.
Who cares?
It's only the upstairs. You're at the safest part.
Right? Yeah, once it gets set on fire, we've got stuff.
Have you had a fire in your home before, James?
No, I'm glad. I'm very
Also,
glad.
if anybody needs us to do any grilling with charcoal, please do not pick me or James.
Yeah, we
We
cannot
learned that
do.
lesson
They're
hard.
so bad. It took hours and hours just to do it. Are you
Like I
bringing
want to say,
some for me?
I say it took about 2 hours.
Look at that. Mmm.
Ooh wee mama.
Jalapeno popper.
Ooh.
I'm gonna pop some in my. Oh, is that a pug?
Gatorade. Yes, that is the sweet
The
dulcet
pug.
tones of my son.
Your son. I like it. Okay. So, do you want to boot up some of the Am I the Asshole then?
Yeah, we could do one of those. So, Keely. Oh, she's not here, is she?
She's about to come up.
I was gonna say. Watching. Yeah, okay. I see her arriving on the non-delayed feed.
Yeah. It's not delayed for me either. But that's just 'cause I'm looking at my OBS.
Right. Oh, you got OBS too?
Of course, dude. How else would I stream?
Woo!
Can you guys remember 587, 224?
587, 224.
Thank
Why
you.
are we remembering that?
Yeah, good job. What were those numbers again?
587, 254.
224.
224. I mean, a 5 is just a backwards 2.
I feel like this is not 8. But that's
I already
okay.
forgot the numbers, but sure.
587, 224.
Yeah, we're good now.
I wrote it on my hand.
It will be remembered
You
forever.
wrote it on
I
your
can't-
hand?
Yeah, I can't remember shit, dude.
Wow.
I got the worst memory, dude. I got the memory of like a goldfish. But then like at other times I'll have the fucking memory vault of the Hoover Dam. What's the one place in Kentucky with a really strong vault? Why can't I think of it?
Fort Knox?
Oh,
Yeah, that's the one. Fort Knox.
Fort Knox. I gotcha.
The irony in that whole fucking bit is stupid.
It's so good, yeah. So, Emma the asshole stuff.
Keely, are you familiar? I think we talked about it briefly last night.
I think that James brought it up. I think I
Okay.
kind of understand.
All right. So, I found a pretty juicy one, and this one's pretty hot. This one got within the last 24 hours, 21 hours even, not even a full day. And it's pretty good. So, let's go into am I an asshole for saying no to picking up my son's half sister from school?
Okay.
I am a single mom of 2 boys, age 10 and 11. Their father and I divorced 5 years ago after I learned he was cheating on me. He got pregnant either right before he told me, and that is why he confessed, or right after. But our divorce was not an easy one. He wanted to stay friends, and I could not look at him after what he did. He and I were together for over 13 years, and he was also a friend before he was my boyfriend/husband. And to have him betray me like that and treat me as he had was awful as well. He married his affair partner. They had a daughter within months of our separation, followed by a son. After the divorce/their marriage last year, they lost a baby, which led to the discovery that his wife had cancer.
Oh no. Wow.
What followed was a lot of fighting between the two of us again. He wanted me to help him and his wife out. He said that their children, who were currently 5 and 3, needed family beyond just him and his wife. His own family disowned him for our divorce, and they were extremely religious. And she had no family. I told him it would be over my dead body. I would help him. He argued that it was for the children, and if not for his kids with her, then for our boys who could see their family heal and be one. I told him he stopped any chance of that happening when he cheated on me.
Yeah.
You go, sis. What I did not expect was for him to tell his daughter's school to call me when she got sick.
Wow.
He was at work at the time and couldn't leave apparently because he had already missed a lot of work due to his wife, and she was home recovering from chemo. I got the call, was asked if I would pick her up, and I said no. Several hours later, I got re-aimed to the phone. Sorry, this word fucking reamed. Oh God, reamed.
Yeah, reamed.
I got reamed on the phone by him for leaving his sick child at school when I knew they had nobody. This was when he told me how he couldn't leave and how his wife was resting. I told him the babysitter for his son should have been called over.
Oh yeah.
Me. He told me that he was in daycare and I should be fucking ashamed because she was a sick child who was going through a lot and I couldn't help. He told me he hoped our sons were going to be fucking ashamed of me. They aren't, and I argued back with him over the phone at the time. But I guess the part of me that does feel bad for the child. My son also sensed an atmosphere while they were with their dad after the incident when they talked about me, and I hate that for them. Am I the asshole? No.
I don't think so.
Definitely not.
No. It's not your kid. Not your responsibility.
Exactly.
it's
Like
like it.
like, it sucks for the kid that was left at school, but that's not her fault. That's definitely the father's fault.
Yeah,
For not having some backup plan when she's already discussed, no, like, this
And
isn't.
if it's like your child and they're sick, just
hmm
like, it doesn't matter. Like, if even if you're at work, just leave.
If your
Like,
work, I always have
if your
felt.
work doesn't care, then it's not worth
Hmm.
working at that place anyways.
Exactly. Because if they don't care about family, they say no, work is more important than your sick child. I'd be pissed. I'd be like,
yeah,
no.
it's such a fucking like whirlwind of like, excuse me,
Hmm.
like no,
And then it would be, "Excuse me," and then I'd leave out the door.
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, I'm out. Like, I will always like, my job offers like VTO sometimes. So like, if we get caught up on work, it's like, hey, if you want to leave, you can leave, no penalty. You just won't be getting paid
What's
for the hour.
VTO?
Voluntary time off.
Oh, okay.
So basically, it's again, if we get caught up, it's like if you're free to go. But if you want to stay and finish your shift, go for it. You just don't get paid for the hour that you leave early, but it doesn't dock any points or
That's good.
for leaving. So like I'm like, yeah, I value my fucking time more than I do a job. Like I need a paycheck to live, but also at the same time, you're paying me for the free hours of mental well-being.
Yeah. And like, my thing is, you're doing it for a paycheck, but also you could work anywhere.
Yeah.
It's yeah, sure, like it might be a worse job, but like that doesn't mean you won't be able to get a job.
Right. Like I have called out of work and taken more hours of less like no pay, like of 8 hours of no pay entirely rather than just a 2 hours, just because I was like, I need a brain day.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
I
That's when we
like
hop on mid morning munchies.
yeah, hey,
Oh yeah.
it's a fun fact. That's exactly why I was on that first episode, week
Mm-hmm.
2, baby.
Yeah, yeah.
I
That was
also think
fun.
I also think the other episode too was another.
Yeah.
I like calling out. I don't like working, dudes.
I
Out
don't
there
like working
listening.
either.
If you like working, you're a psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
What
Well,
if I like working?
Then you're not working. Obviously, it's
well,
if you like
he's
your
saying that
job.
if you're enjoying your job, it won't like if you do the thing you love, you will never work the day in your life. That's like the saying.
Yeah, that's the quote.
Yeah. So like what I think it is more like I hate my job and I hate the company. So it's like, okay, cool. It's
Right.
like I don't want to work there at all, but I need to.
I'm literally just there for the dollar
Mhm.
income.
And I think they know that. Like they have to know that. There's
No,
no way they.
like I think I may have touched on it with you, like outside of the call, but like for my job, they recently had us like grow in because apparently there was a group of people who were like complaining about the workplace, like complaining about the
Oh
job.
yeah, yeah,
And my name got thrown in there. Like, well, we know that you're like one of the, it's like your name got tossed around, and we're like, want to make sure that you're happy. I was like, nobody here likes their job. I'm gonna be honest. I was like, there are times where it is straight up miserable. But like, you can't like the fact that they're going around like taking people in and basically like calling people out for like, well, why are you bad talking this company that puts food on your table? I was like, you barely put food on my table.
yeah. You give me money.
You give me money.
Don't they cater
You
lunch though?
They do cater lunch. Like there's a lot of benefits to the
That's a good
job.
benefit.
There's a lot of good benefits, but it sucks that like the benefits are almost overshadowed by shitty leadership.
Hmm. I feel like that's a lot of companies though.
That's just capitalism in a nutshell.
Yeah. Just is what
But
it is. I know
mhm.
anybody who says that they would rather work at a job for their money than like do whatever they wanted and just get paid. Like if I could
Right.
just get paid the same amount that I do now and I could just do whatever I wanted, I'm gonna do whatever I want. Why would
Hell
I? Why
yeah.
would I be working?
Like I obviously didn't get the benefit of it, but like for the people like when the pandemic first hit, um, and everybody was forced to work from home. A lot of people would take time to go take those extra vacations because they could just take work with them.
Yep.
But they're still able to live the fun life. But then also like there was no dip in work productivity for for that kind of stuff. And I was
Yeah.
like, I never got to work remote. I never. excuse me, I never will get to work remote. But the idea of like letting people live their life but also make a living is like, I feel like that's the goal.
Yeah, yeah. Because I don't know. I mean, if you love what you do, right, and you're just in love with your job, like I could see you being like, no, I really enjoy it. Like a lot of the people who are like teachers that actually really like teaching, that's probably what they'd want to do, even if they were getting paid.
Right.
You know. So it's just one of those things that like, I think it makes sense. Some people will like
I
it.
like that we started with a child question. Somehow we got here. This is great. This is why we love the show, don't we, boys?
Got another one?
Yeah, I can get us another one. I brought two just for this.
I mean, to be
So
fair, we were pretty unified on that whole "Am I the asshole?"
yeah, no.
Yeah.
So the headline for this one: Am I the asshole for firing my nanny / housekeeper after she slut shamed my daughter?
I'm gonna say yes.
So predictions, yes.
Uh-huh.
All right. So
We don't like
backstory.
sluts around here.
Oh,
Get them out of here.
Get out of here!
Sleeping with people. Who likes that? Nobody wants that.
I don't. You don't. They don't.
Just look at ya. Sorry.
So, the backstory. 2 years ago, I lost my wife in a car accident. It was devastating. What is this, the Turners? First
This is
episode of Full
insane.
House. First episode of Full House.
I've never watched Full
was-
House.
Dude, it's a good one. It's
I
one of
hate
the better ones from the 90s.
Everywhere you
Look.
look.
Everywhere you look. No, but I always. Oh no.
I'm sorry. I'm dying over here.
The only reason I know the first episode of Full House is because of that bit in the description on the first episode on the YouTube channel. Which, by the way, if you haven't checked it out, you can check out about our whole backlog right there, and you can subscribe. And every Sunday and Thursday.
No, every Sunday.
No,
After this Thursday, every Sunday.
that's right. What he said. He's in charge.
Yep. Because we are going to keep on track. Okay, am I the asshole? Lost the wife?
Yeah, backstory. 2 years ago, I lost my wife in a car accident. It was devastating. She left behind our 3 daughters, 14, 11, and 5. And once I had to go back to work, I needed somebody to help clean the house in order and keep the youngest, as she wasn't in school yet.
Okay.
About a year ago, we hired a woman whom I'll call Kate. Kate is an older lady and quite religious, which I don't mind as she was a good worker. I've made it a priority to teach my kids to love themselves and not care what others think, or be ashamed of the bodies in any way. Amen. 4 months ago, my oldest, who I'll call Bree, started wearing more revealing tops. Nothing too crazy, obviously, as she's 14. I've noticed Kate making passive-aggressive comments about it a few times, but we just kind of shrugged it off. 3 days ago, Bree called me at work crying. Apparently, she was going out with her friends when Kate stopped her and told her not to leave unless she changed. Bree asked why, and she said it makes you look easy, like a slut.
Wow.
When I got home, I confronted Kate, and she didn't even deny it, but claimed she was just trying to protect her. This was like the straw that broke the camel's back. I told her she was fired. When she asked why, I told her there was never been too many instances of disrespect for my parenting, and I wouldn't deal with it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, I told my parents about it, and they went off on me, saying I was an asshole because I left an old woman without a job. I said that's not my problem, and hung up. I do feel bad, but her old views aren't an excuse for slut shaming.
No, and like, what right do you have to talk about somebody else's kid, right? And
Right.
to say those kind of things, like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
She deserved to get fired.
Yeah.
No, and the fucking dude, it's the boomers protecting boomers.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah, you left an old woman without a job. Like, I like the whole that's not my problem. I'm sorry. Like, oh well.
Her job wasn't to like be rude.
Yeah,
Right.
you're there to take care of the house. You're not there to like lecture kids.
Right.
That's not why you were
And if
hired.
she wanted to keep her job, she would have respected the daughter and the
Yeah.
parenting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's
So like,
crazy. Because people want to put their
God.
noses in everything, to be fair.
Right.
You'll just be walking down and like somebody will have their kid on a leash and will be like, "You shouldn't be doing that." I'm like, dude, like
Right.
sometimes you need to. Man, that kid will just run wild. Gotta
And
put
like,
a leash on him.
But to
like
call a
another.
14-year-old like easy, like
Wow.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't. She said it
Like
makes her look easy.
Yeah.
that doesn't like make it any better.
No, it
No,
doesn't.
not at all. And then like back to like the grandparents and thing too. It's like I'm glad they're more concerned about a random woman that they don't know versus their own
Yeah.
grandchild.
Well, they might know her because they might have been like, if she's taking care of it for a while,
I went to school with her.
right? Oh yeah, all old people know each other. You didn't know? Did you know? Didn't you know that? All the old people do. Fucking Betty White knows every. Oh wait, Betty White, is she still alive?
No, but
I don't think
she
so.
died at the beginning of the year.
That's sad. Too many people. Too many people I know.
Not so. 2016 was the fucking bucket year. I feel like that was the first
That was
dumpster fire
Alan
year.
Rickman, right?
That was like Alan Rickman. We lost a shit ton. That was the year of Harambe. Mate, he rest in peace.
R.I.P. Dicks
R.I.P.
out for
Harambe.
Harambe.
Dicks out for Harambe, but not on stream.
No. Dicks in for POS.
Dick zip ups for Harambe. And no, and then I think that was also when we lost Carrie Fisher. Was at the end of 2016.
Oh,
Like 2016 had a big death toll for like celebrity people.
Yeah.
But like,
Sad.
and then obviously, and then a couple of fast forward 4 years later, haha. We're gonna fast forward. We're gonna press the fast forward button.
Do you want me to make a noise?
Make a noise.
Yeah, for the fast forward.
Yeah. Hello, we're in the future now.
Welcome to 2021.
Welcome. Now we're discussing high classical musical literature and why Mozart has the best composition against Beethoven.
Oh, like the epic rap battles?
No. An absolute dissertation of the 1800s.
We're in the future. Oh wait, because they're doing the dissertation on the. I got it. I got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
You're good. I was hoping somebody would pick the bit, but it's fine. It's good.
I'm not picking up the bit. Nah.
No, it's fine.
No, I'm good.
It'll just be lost at time.
It's just you and Keely. You and Keely should do a bit. Oh yeah, Ethan was afraid that we were gonna set our house on fire because you had your candle lit when you left.
Oh. Here.
No.
Wow, yeah,
It's
look
not
at
lit
that.
anymore.
Ethan's
A little too
making
late
you...
now. That's what I
Um,
do.
That's better.
So what's your favorite movie, Ethan?
My favorite movie. I'm gonna sound weird for saying it, but like, so what do we classify as favorite movie? Like something that you can watch like 10 times in a row and like only get bored like once?
I think it's what you can watch and enjoy every time you watch it.
For me, yeah. So like I have a good handful. Like
Okay.
I have a top one. Like number one would be Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay.
Just because it's like I can watch it. Like it's one of those movies that it's bi-seasonal, so you can watch it Halloween and Christmas. It counts as both. I've met the voice actors for both Jack and Oogie Boogie.
Really?
So like I have like a weird like a sentiment attachment to it for a reason, but it's like one of those ones where it's like no matter what, I find myself like in awe of the animation because like that sweet frame by frame stop motion gets me every time, and especially when I stop and think that it was like 1993 when something that clean came out.
That was 28 years ago.
Yeah, we're coming up on 30. No, it would be 29 years.
Well, I
Wouldn't it?
mean, depending on when it came out, yeah.
I think it came out around this time. I don't know
Okay.
the exact date. I'm not I'm
Then it
not
would,
that
if it came
level.
around this time, then it would be
I'm not that level
29.
of. I'm not that level of stan.
I'm
However,
just saying, I was born in 93, so I'm the
let's
same
see.
age, basically.
Yeah. Uh,
Keely, did you
but no.
grab Issa because I have Bruno?
Yes.
You got the kittens.
Okay, so it
Snoozing.
came out October 13th, 1993.
It's still 28.
So it's still 28. Um, so yeah, so by next year it'll be 30, and I'll probably do something really fun for its 30th anniversary. But that'll be cool.
Ooh, like a huge
Um,
box set or something?
I don't know how much of a big box Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas needs, but if we get like a
Well,
cool, because they did something really kind of cool with the 25th edition, I think. The 25 years.
because couldn't they do something like a plushie kind of thing?
Like a plushie, or like I wouldn't say no to a really cool steel book,
Exactly,
honestly.
yeah.
Or like a re-release, because I know for Ghostbusters they did a 30th anniversary re-release, which goes into my second favorite movie. I love Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters is great.
Like
Ghostbusters 1 or
the
2?
original. I don't fuck with two. Two is
Really?
okay. Two is all right, but
2
one
was
is.
so corny and I loved it.
I like number one a lot, and then I also really liked the remake with the
Well,
girls.
oh, really? I haven't seen it.
hmm I
I need to see
legit
the
I thought
latest one to come out.
that one
Oh
that one's like
no.
that one's actually like a third, like the official third
Yeah.
for the trilogy, I guess. What would be now a trilogy. Was the Afterlife?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
My brother, my little brother, he went with my mom and dad, and apparently my brother is an emotional, like motionless little gremlin, and he cried.
Oh, really?
Like he said, it was that good. There was like a very emotional scenes that got to him, and I was like, oh boy. I was like, you're coming to the boy who cried at the end of Toy Story 3. Like,
Dude, Toy Story 3. That was a
Toy
trip, man.
dude, I understand. Like, I was like one of those people who hated the fact that Toy Story 4 was coming out. I was like one of those like gatekeepers. But after watching and
Bruno.
after watching and understanding why Toy Story 4 was made, I was like, all right,
Alright, bud.
okay. I was like, I'll accept this.
Showing his
Goodbye.
butt to you guys.
Woohoo!
He didn't want to be
Yeah,
held
yeah.
anymore. Issa's much more chill.
Yeah, she's just chilling over there.
She's probably snoozing.
Um, but
Yeah, it's
no,
just your
I
fault.
Chris Hemsworth is in the one with all the girls, like, and he there was some like some good bits that I genuinely thought were funny, and the fact that people were ragging on it was
Well,
like,
didn't
well,
he play the receptionist or something?
yeah, he played like they did the whole gender swap like of
Yeah,
the
that's
original
great.
movie, and they also made female Slimer, and they had babies. If that's
Okay,
something you're into.
that's
We'll have to
interesting.
watch it to judge it.
Yeah. Keely, what?
I paid money to go see it in theaters, so
I don't go to the theaters
I'm
often.
just saying, if I willingly spent money to go and see it and go out of the comfort of my own home to go and watch it, and I thought it was pretty good, I think that rates it pretty highly.
You know what we should
I'm
go
just
see?
saying.
IMAX 3D. It's getting
The
re-released.
Dragon Ball
Avatar.
Super. Oh,
Avatar's being re-released, man.
I'm so sorry.
Why are you sorry?
I could care less for that movie.
Why?
Thank you, Ethan.
I literally thought, like, when I first watched it, I would like to honestly rewatch it, because like first time I watched it, I was like a 10-year-old boy. It was so fucking boring.
Did you
Thank
watch it in
you.
IMAX 3D?
No, but I watched it on
I
like
did.
a pretty big home TV, and I just
I
remember
watched it
like
in theaters and I thought it was boring and not memorable and thought it was too long.
the only thing that I remember. The fact is, they wanted to add 6 seconds longer to that script.
6 seconds?
There's like a horrible joke that there was like 6 seconds of script that they didn't use.
Because it was super long.
Because it was super long. Yeah, no. The only thing I remember is that they fucked by putting their hair together. They like took their like ponytails and rubbed it on each other, and they're like, "Let's have babies," and they just painted a beautiful picture in the woods. And I remember the dude being crippled, and he could only walk if he was in this like blue body.
Yeah.
So like I've seen all the hype for the second one, but I'm like, I don't. How do
Dude.
you do a second one when I
It's
feel like
gonna
the
be
first one's like the
water.
dude's crippled, isn't he?
It's all gonna be water. No. Okay.
No one's gonna
wet.
like it less.
I'm gonna. Yeah, but we gotta. But no, the
What do you
original is
mean?
getting re-released into theaters, so we could all watch it in IMAX 3D, and it would be great because I love the 3D stuff.
I think
Because
that,
isn't
Ethan
Avatar
is
the number one?
It was like the number one
saying
movie.
that.
People had depression after going to see it because they went to see
Yeah.
it and they were like, "Oh, it's so beautiful."
So boring.
No, fuck off. It's pretty. It's a great. I'm gonna spoil the whole thing though, because they
You
had.
go for it.
Yeah, well, because the
don't
thing is
remember.
that they're on this planet with the Na'vi, which are the blue
Uh-huh.
people, right? With the
Yes.
umbilicas, which are what they connect things to. They're like umbilical cords. But the main
Their
thing is
hair.
that what they did was they were able to use people's DNA to end up creating these bodies, and then they could link their minds through like a machine, right? So what happened was this guy's like twin brother was supposed to go on the trip, and then he ended up like dying, and it was like millions and millions or billions of dollars, whatever, to produce this stuff. So then he, in a wheelchair, he's allowed to go. He goes instead, so that his brain and stuff, because it's like the same DNA, he could still connect to it. And then he connects to this thing, and now he's the blue person, the Na'vi, and their whole goal is just to go and research and talk to them and integrate themselves a little bit. And by the end of it, he gets fucking permanently put into the blue body. So
Okay,
he's just a
that,
Na'vi
that
now.
makes sense for the sequel then, because
Yeah.
I thought he just remade, because there's a scene that
No.
vividly sticks out in my head where it's like the giant wood saw machine from Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull comes into the forest,
Mhm.
like this big tank thing, and he's in it, and it gets in a wreck, and he's like in this like tube where he just like falls out. He's going, oh
Yeah, because they were trying to kill him because he was like doing shit that the government.
And
didn't want.
I love James Cameron as a director. Like I
Mhm.
loved Aliens, Terminator 1 and 2. I am on train for the fact that the Titanic is not the movie you think it
Keely,
is.
let her go.
I am.
She
Don't
wants
tell me what
out.
to do.
I am all for the fact that Titanic is a sci-fi movie and not a historical retelling with a love story.
Really?
Yeah, so we can jump down that little rabbit hole really quick. So basically, if you're not familiar, there's a guy on YouTube. His name is Game Theory, Matt Pat.
Oh yeah, I love
and
that.
and he has two other channels, Food Theory and Film Theory. So Film Theory, he goes into this whole depth and basically explains that Jack has a backpack that doesn't come out, like wasn't manufactured until like 20 years after the events of Titanic would have taken place.
Okay.
And then there's like the way he talked and stuff for like his for where he said he had a totally different accent. So like the theory is that Jack is a time traveler gone sent back in time to make sure the Titanic sinks.
Okay.
It's because like basically if the Titanic doesn't sink, then like there's like so many other like problems like for World War I and World War II.
Mhm.
That would like rely on the Titanic like not like being there. Like I think it's like the boat was like the Britannia, which was like sunken by Germany, and the whole thing was it's like they ran the waters and whatnot. But like it's such a go check out the video. It's he does a lot better of explaining it and makes you really go, huh, he may be right. And for James Cameron being a purely a sci-fi fucking director, it fits so hard.
I don't mind James Cameron. My favorite movie for me has to be Robin Hood Men in Tights, and I think I've gone in on it before. But there's just so many gags and just sight gags that happen where you watch it and you might rewatch it a second time, and you're just seeing things that you didn't notice before. Just little things like, oh, this mole is going and just moving around the dude's face. starts off in one place and then the next cut to him, it's like up on his forehead or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so good.
It has the same energy almost as like Austin Powers.
Oh yeah, Austin Powers is like great.
That was because like all I could think of are like those side gags inside like
Mhm.
booths. Like the I think it was
Or like
Goldmember.
Airplane.
Airplane was fucking good.
Airplane's a great one.
But like I loved Austin Powers Gold members when they utilized the subtitles, and it was like they
Oh
were
yeah,
actually integrated in the scene. I thought that was so fucking clever.
super
Like
good.
that is so good.
I just like the dude that would eat his skin. That was pretty good.
Yeah, Gold member
Yeah,
himself.
so
Yeah.
gross. Ugh. Keely, what's your favorite movies?
No,
What's your top movies?
I don't. I don't. I already told you. Like, I don't
For
have.
her, Avatar and all other movies are on the same level.
Ooh, I bet she
Mhm.
likes
That's not what
she likes Interstellar.
I
bet
don't
she
even know what that
likes
is.
the
It's-
Avatar movie, but the one that's M. Night Shyamalan Avatar.
I was gonna say that
Yeah.
like Shyamalan live action. What a horror movie! All right. No, Interstellar is the one where they go into they go into space and they end up on that planet that's nothing but a giant ocean.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I
You
know
haven't
of it. No,
Interstellar is
I heard it's
so
good. Yeah.
Interstellar was a really good one because I feel like it like is one of the best ones that has a realistic way of explaining like the difference between time on Earth and time in space
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. So like it's one of those like ones where it's like really interesting. And, like that one's a double watcher because it's like there's some things that you miss the first time through.
Inception is a great movie.
Inception was a great movie.
What did you think of Inception, Keely?
I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, oh no.
I haven't
Why?
seen so many things. Like,
Dude,
what do you expect from me?
why is it Leonardo DiCaprio always gets wet in every movie he's in?
Oh, did you see that TikTok?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too. He's like, let's
Yeah.
go. Wet.
What?
He gets
Great
wet.
Gatsby. Great Gatsby.
Dies
Falls
in
in
a
the pool
pool.
and dies. Wets.
Wet.
The
So
Titanic.
good.
Ocean. Wet.
What?
I like that the guy in the audience like mentioned the Great Gatsby twice. He was like, I already said that example. It was example number 2. Wet.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Or is that what it is? Is that what it's called?
I think it's because yeah.
I think it was Tucker and Dale versus Evil. So good. Such a good movie. Keely, did I make you watch that yet?
No, but I've seen it.
Oh, okay, that's good. There's also one that I really like, but it's kind of like sensitive, but it's called Wrist Cutters, a love story.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, but no, but that's on the same level as like Avatar. You don't have favorites or like any differentiation, right?
That's not what I said. I just don't have a favorite. Like, I don't have like a list off the top of my head on like, oh, this is the best movie ever.
You gotta
There's
pick some.
there's no movie that you go and like peruse on TV and you're like, man, I wish this was on right now.
No.
Doctor Strange 2?
That was a good
That
movie.
that was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my favorite movie, but
It's
a
not
good
my
movie.
it's not my favorite MCU movie.
No.
It's one of my favorite Sam Raimi movies.
I just loved the way it was filmed. It just felt so
I-
different from all the other Marvel movies.
Right. No. I think that's a lot of people like that's the like a lot of problem with the MCU right now. It is purely people upset because it doesn't match the same energy or vibe of the original one. And it's like of like the first saga, I guess, but like at the same time, it's like we can set a whole new tone now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and I
What?
think my issue is with the Marvel movies is that it felt like they were stagnating. Because every movie felt kind of the same. Like, nothing was crazy out there. And the ones that don't feel the same were kind of the
Mhm.
bad ones. Like, for me, did not like, what was it, Captain Marvel? Is that what it was? Miss Marvel?
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
So like I was on the train because like so Courtney and I went on this fucking journey
Mm-hmm.
and we just finally put a feather in its cap. And so basically because we first started, I made her go and watch the new Spider-Man when it first came out back in December. and
No
she
Way
knew
Home.
No Way Home. Yeah, she knew nothing. I was like, I just need a way to get there. I need somebody to watch. It's like, I'll pay for your ticket. You don't like. You can sleep. I was like, you can sleep during this one. I don't care. And so I was like, because it was for me. It was for me.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
my
To see
enjoyment.
Toby Maguire and
Yeah, see Tobey Maguire, Andrew
yeah.
Garfield, and Tom Holland. Hell yeah! Spoiler alert, part 2. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert 1 is on the channel right now. But the fact of we watched it, and then we were just chilling. I think it was it was a really snowy day. We're like, well, we're not gonna go anywhere. We're not gonna like go out of the house. We're not gonna leave. And on MTV, they were showing the original Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie, and
Just
Courtney
the
was like,
first one?
yeah. Well, they had the first one. I had the second one on DVD. So we watched the first one like as it was like like we were watching it live. So like we watched a really cut version of it. So like I'm sure if I could find my original DVD like to rewatch it and see what they cut and what they didn't cut. Um but so we watched that one, and then it ended up with us through that first weekend. We watched all 3 Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans.
Okay.
And then I think that led into the weekend after that we watched Andrew Garfield. So we watched Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. And then she was like, well, let's watch the other Spider-Man movies. And I was like, well, here's the thing. We can, but like there's so much context into all of those movies. And I
Yeah,
was like,
you have to watch all the Marvel universe.
I was like, there's like, because I was like, there's a very like significant character in the first Tom Holland Spider-Man movie that you would need to like, you would need to like watch his movie to get familiar with who he was. And then basically we watched, and then that led us to watching the first Iron Man. And then we were like, here, they have all of the entire MCU on Disney Plus in what they consider the official timeline.
Okay.
The sacred timeline. So the first movie we watched was Captain Marvel, and I was like, I don't know. I was like, I have not heard, and I haven't watched it yet because all I heard was bad things. I didn't mind it.
It's
I
not
thought it was
the worst, but she's such a Mary Sue. Like, I'm never concerned for her well-being. I'm not concerned for anything that's happening. I know everybody's gonna be fine. She's just super powerful that nothing can stop her. And it's like,
I see. Like
But
for me,
things can't.
I was more focused on young Samuel L. Jackson.
yeah, like the Nick Fury part I think was good. That was
Yeah.
the redeeming part of it. But like, it just for her, it felt like, okay, cool. She's just super powerful. It's like it felt like Superman, but without the kryptonite. Like if there was
Right.
no kryptonite for Superman, it's basically what she is. She's just ultra powerful. Nothing's gonna
There's
stop
no
her.
consequences.
Yeah. And then like even
Yeah.
with when you got into other things where she's coming in to help defeat Thanos, like she could have just 1v1 Thanos. Like
Yeah.
she would have won. So it's like
Not Scarlet, but Scarlet Witch would have
oh
you
yeah.
know,
Oh yeah.
would have won, but
Yeah, let's be real.
Yeah.
let's be
I
real
love
here.
her.
Well, that was
Um,
before she got the Death Darkhold or whatever, right? She might
Yeah,
not
and
have
that-
unlocked all of her abilities, so she wasn't aware of how much power she had.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
So I can see that being a thing where she wasn't able to fight Thanos just because she was unaware of her untapped potential.
She was going purely into fucking Super Saiyan territory where she was like
Mm-hmm.
going based off of her rage towards Thanos for killing Vision.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But no, so watching the MCU movies has also developed a massive crush between Courtney and Robert Downey Jr. to the point where we have a Robert Downey Jr. pillow in our house.
Nice. A body pillow?
No,
Oh,
it is like
damn.
literally like a foot by foot square
Okay.
of Robert Downey's face from like the first Iron Man movie.
I like
And-
Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. I
Yeah.
think he did Tony Stark very well.
There are a lot of characters in that show or throughout those movies that have like put a staple on that character, and it would be hard to see anybody like
Mhm.
be them. I am one of the few people who think that T'Challa, like Black Panther, could be recast
Well,
because because we haven't really seen that much of Black Panther,
I
in
would
my opinion.
say with most of these superhero movies, it's one of those things where if we just went down like kind of like the comic route, people can be redone. Like the newest Iron Man, I'm pretty sure it was like some young girl, right? And like
Yeah,
Tony Stark
and
was the
Ironheart.
yeah, Tony Stark was the AI. So it's like if they can definitely go down that. They've already been setting up for what is it like Iron Maiden? I think that was his like Pepper. She already had the suit.
Yeah.
So it's like she could be something. His daughter also could potentially be the next Iron Man.
I think they're definitely setting up for Young Avengers, especially from the shows.
Hmm.
The shows have been doing a really good job of setting up the Young Avengers because, like, you had Wiccan and Speed, which would be the boys, the twins. Uh, Kate Bishop in the Hawkeye show as the new Hawkeye. Um,
Hot guy?
Hawkeye, yeah, hot guy.
Hot guy. It's hot
Um,
in
hot
Topeka.
Topeka. Um, I'm trying to think of who else because they definitely there's someone else. Oh, Miss Marvel.
Oh, big
She's
boy.
because she in the comics she's also very good friends with Kate Bishop, and
He's
then
purring
also
right now. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
look at that butthole,
He's
cheeks.
getting his fur in my mouth, but he is purring so loud.
What a happy guy. Have you guys been watching She-Hulk?
No, but I want
No,
to.
she wants to.
It's good. I like
We need
it.
to watch Hawkeye first.
Well, there's a few other things that I think that we have to watch, but
And then
yeah.
She-Hulk
Hawkeye
is
was really good.
She-Hulk before or after Hawkeye? It's after. Or Miss Marvel, I mean.
Technically after Miss Marvel, but I can tell you now that as long as you've watched Shang-Chi, you're good.
Oh, we did. That was actually pretty good.
I like Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I liked that. I would have
Um,
liked I feel like I would have liked it a little bit darker, a little bit more gritty, but like it's just because I want to see more of that in the MCU now.
I
Now that
wanted
we've
that more
gotten
in Moon
to,
Knight.
oh, we need to watch Moon Knight too.
Yeah.
All the shows. We haven't watched any of the shows really, other than Loki.
Moon Knight was very good. I wish it went into the more of a darker path, but I think it's not confirmed but for season 2, but like they could do one. Um Spoiler free review. It was good, but it had some slower moments. Same with Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel had a good strong start, good strong finish, but the middle was kind of like like they could have used like one or two more episodes to flesh things out because like there's a part where like, oh, we're suddenly in Pakistan.
And
And
it's
now
just no explanation.
it's like there's explanation for it, but then it's like within like the next day they're right back in Jersey, and there's like, wow, you got here really quick, like this because it's supposed to be all within like a day or two time frame. And it's
Yeah.
like almost like it's been like, hey, I haven't seen you 2 hours. But no, Miss Marvel was a really good one because the finale for that opens a bigger window,
Okay.
and then She-Hulk has just been funny.
So you've seen She-Hulk, so you can tell me the
Mhm.
animation and like the CGI bad because it
It
seems bad.
it has gotten better from trailers, but it does feel like a little rushed in some places, like the lip flap movement. You would think
Uh,
like they would have taken more time with it. Like that's where I notice it the most.
okay.
But other than that, it's pretty good. And Megan Thee Stallion twerking.
The one thing I don't like about the Marvel stuff lately, like you had that with the Immortals, I think that's what they were called, right?
The Eternals.
The Eternals. So it's like that was not a good movie. That was so bad.
I have my because we just watched me and her we watched Eternals like a couple of weeks ago, and I'd be like, hey, do you remember that giant thing that popped up at the end, the giant celestial man statue thing? And she'd be like, no. And I'm like, I was like, that's like the one thing. I was like, well, that really tells me how much that movie meant. I was like,
Yeah, no,
it's
and what movie has referenced it?
She-Hulk.
Oh,
Yeah,
She-Hulk
I'm talking about
references?
you. She-Hulk doesn't even reference it. It is so on the like there's an Easter egg where basically she's looking at it like a news article, and on the like if you look close enough on the right hand there's the news article like a clickbait.
Okay.
I guess it would be clickbait, and it basically has the picture of the news report of the giant celestial like in the water going whoa, and then it's a man kicked out of bar for starting a bar fight with metal claws. So like an
Oh.
X-Man, like a Wolverine tease.
Yeah.
But other than that, like that so far has been the only place to physically acknowledge
Because I'm
it.
pretty sure No Way Home was supposed to have happened like after that, right? Because that's what I thought. No Way Home happened after it, and I also thought that like the second Doctor Strange happened after it, but there's like
Doctor Strange, yeah,
no reference to it.
Doctor Strange did happen after it. Because I remember they had the throwaway line of they just helped a spider guy, like they just helped Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
like recently,
It's just one
and
of those things where it feels like it was non-consequential, and what I don't like about it is how it was like, why are we putting all these famous people that I understand, like all these famous actors, they want to be a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but then like, why do we have to have that just be in there? And I know Robert Downey Jr. was famous before, but I feel like it was something where when he was cast, like it was perfect for him. Where now it's almost like they have an idea of, oh, we want um Angelina Jolie to be in one, so let's just toss her in a role instead of like
right.
making sure that the role fits them really well or they can
Like
do it.
I think Henry Cavill is rumored slash partially confirmed to be making a appearance in Loki season 2.
Who is that?
Superman, Geralt,
Oh, okay,
Henry
okay, okay.
Cavill, and
But I
then
mean,
Denzel.
I feel like certain people can do that stuff. Like there was Owen
Oh
Wilson
yeah,
in Loki, and I'm like,
yeah.
okay.
I'm so glad Owen was there.
I was like, it's Owen Wilson. Like I'm just gonna see, wow, like the whole time.
Wow.
Can't
He
help
didn't
it.
say
That's all I'm gonna
he
see.
didn't say wow
He
once.
didn't, but every time I look at his face, that's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking. I'm like,
Cordy was so
wow.
shocked. She was like, "That's not Owen Wilson." I was like, "Well, yeah." She was like, "Her Owen Wilson is Marley and Me." Like that's like when you say Owen
Oh,
Wilson, that's
okay.
for her. For me, my Owen Wilson is Night at the Museum, cowboy hat.
Night at the
Like,
Museum,
yeah,
yeah.
Night at the Museum, and then like Lightning McQueen. Like
Oh,
there's so
ka-chow, hell
good
yeah.
job. So like I know I love Owen Wilson, but no, I think Eternals should have been 2 movies.
Yeah, you needed time. Like, why do I care about these people who are, some of them might die, but if they like, I don't care about them. The only good part was, I think, the fighting scenes, like towards the end, like, damn, I love the speedster fight where it's like, it's not slowed down at all.
Yeah.
That was badass.
No, I like this, and then the fact that she just turned the dude into a tree.
Oh, that was pretty good. Yeah, yeah.
I was like, that was cool. But like again, I was like, I would like to know who these fucking characters
hmm
are.
hmm They tried to
Uh,
set it up, and then I think another thing that annoys me about it was like what Marvel. That's why I'm so happy about Doctor Strange 2 being filmed so differently. Is that with the Eternals in the very beginning when they all walk up, they're all super picturesque, like we're the heroes, and there's just like this line of them in the beginning. I'm like, this is
yeah,
dumb. Like, no, that would never happen. Like, I can see it in Avengers when they kind of did that with the circling camera in the middle of the battle in New York and all the Avengers there, but that felt natural to me.
that felt natural because you have to think there were like 9 movies
Mm-hmm.
that came out before that one.
Mm-hmm.
Because you had to have Captain America, Captain 2 Iron Mans, Thor, Incredible Hulk, 5 movies.
I thought Iron Man 3 was before it as well.
Iron Man 3 is after.
Okay.
I think Iron Man 3 is directly after Avengers, or it's like right before. It's right before.
Oh,
Uh,
because Iron Man 3
Ultron.
was about him building the suit,
Yeah.
armor around the world. That
Yeah.
was his whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, he destroyed his little Iron Legion and was like, I'm gonna rebuild it,
Hmm.
thus creating Ultron and
Yeah.
then the second Avengers.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Because like after the first Avengers movie, it was the Captain America, Winter Soldier,
Winter
Thor
Soldier
2,
was
Dark
good.
World. Winter Soldier was good. I rewatching Dark World, I didn't hate it as many people probably did.
That was the one with the elves, right?
Yeah, with the Dark Elves and
I
Malekith.
loved that. Honestly, I just loved everything about it.
Wait,
No.
what is that one?
Dark World, it was like the first introduction to like the official like Infinity Stones.
I don't remember it for some reason.
That's most people try to forget it, so I wouldn't be.
It's not one of the better ones. You had Ragnarok, which was way better.
Right? Did you guys watch Love and Thunder?
No,
No, not yet.
I want to.
All right, so it comes out on Disney Plus 3 days. So
In 3 days? Nice.
3 days. So here for September 8th. For those, if you guys are watching this past back,
September.
that it's already on Disney Plus.
It's
You
on
can go watch it now.
Thursday.
But if you're watching it live, September 8th, it's coming to Disney Plus. I liked it a lot.
I think it'll
It
be
got a
good.
lot. It got a lot of shit because everyone was like it was too immature, and I was like, it was right up my alley.
I think Immature
So
is
people
good.
haven't
I
liked
think
the last 2 movies that have came out in theater, but they've been good.
And everybody's like, I don't like it. It's not my.
It's because both of them are different.
they're changing it up, and I
Right.
think that's what you
And that's
need
good.
to do.
It
Yeah.
needs to. Like,
I
you
was
can't
like-
just do the same
I would
thing
rather
over and
have them
over
take a
again.
chance and come out with a bad movie than try to stay in the same formula and make another Eternals. Like, because I'm like, they had that formula down. They had all these superhero things. Like, oh, this is great. I think it has good, like, it has a
Well,
good
now
like
that you
foundation
know,
that you
like,
could
the
build off
characters,
of.
you can do like more things with them. Like,
I guess, but I still feel like when you take, what was it, like 8 different characters and you try to almost shove them down our throat,
oh,
and then
no,
you're
I
gonna
didn't
sit
like
there and
that
be like a
much.
second movie to like try to do that. No. You would
Right.
need a movie for like each character or like pairs of characters, which I think would have been great if they had at least had some movie that or a show that
I
was
feel
kind of
like it's a
like
little
them
too
just
late
living
for
their
that,
normal
though.
life.
Right.
I thought that would have been cool, right? Like a TV show of the Eternals, make it almost like a Friends-esque
They could have
thing.
done like episodes of Ticket to Learn.
So no one told you life was gonna be this way. It'd be so good.
Fucking Icarus pivot. Icarus pivot.
And it's just like a sitcom thing where they're like trying to stay hidden, but they're all living in like a house together because they moved back in.
I will say, like, the one things that I think good things that came out of Internals was the Kit Harington after credit scene.
Oh, that was good. Yeah, and Kit Harington, like, granted he's Jon Snow, but at the same time, I'm like, I could see him playing the guy he was playing. That seemed believable. That's not the same thing as like Angelina Jolie being just like, I think, shoehorned into the role. Because
Right,
she's
and
famous.
And the character that he's going to be portraying in the MCU fits very similar to his Jon Snow like background, because very very heavily teased for the Black Knight, which
Don't know what that is.
so the Black Knight basically holds like a very similar, like a really strong sword
Okay.
kind of thing. But he's in the same category of Blade and Moon Knight, where they fight more of the supernatural things.
Okay.
So Kit Harington should be in the new Blade movie that's coming out next November.
Did you say Blade movie?
Oh, yeah, they're doing a new Blade.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Which is, Blade was the first Marvel movie, MCU movie.
What about the Hulk? Did Blade come out before Hulk?
Blade came out, I believe, in 1998.
Okay.
Blade 1998 was the first Blade.
Was the
with
first Hulk
with
like
Wesley Snipes, 2003.
2003?
Well, unless you consider Lou Ferrigno in the TV show Hulk, where he wore his green Vans.
No.
Oh no.
Well, I think we're pretty good right now.
Yeah.
You're
I have to
definitely
go.
yeah. So, any closing remarks while we play this one out?
Thank you for joining the Munchie cinematic universe. No closing statements. I got nothing, but feel free to check out our YouTube. Any episodes that you missed, feel free to catch up with us on your Sunday mornings before we stream on Mondays. Check out the socials, check out the TikToks. Noah's been pretty proud of the one he did.
He'll probably be back next time.
He should be back next time. He's a little under the weather, but he can be fixed. He can be rebuilt.
We have the technology.
We have the technology. But have a good morning.
Yeah.
Have a good rest of your day.
Hope everybody has a good week.
Now, let's go get some lunch.
Dude, it is past lunchtime.
No.
We spent a long time chilling today.
Lunchtime goes until 2, and then 3 starts hitting an early dinner, late lunch.
Linner
Winter, yeah.
or dunch?
I like winter more.
I do, but dunch sounds worse.
Dunch sounds like an insult.
Yeah. What are you, a dunch?
You fucking dunch.
Oh, I saw a TikTok of this.